Okay, so talking about my dad, I grew up in a unique situation. Both of my parents were military, and my dad in particular, he served 30 years. So growing up, we moved around a lot to different states, and eventually, when my sister and I were about high school age, our family collectively sort of made the decision that we weren't going to move no matter what happened with my dad and his deployments. So what ended up happening is my dad, he got deployed down to Virginia for 2 years while the rest of our family was still living up here in Connecticut where I'm at. And so for my freshman and sophomore year of high school, because of that, he was never really around to celebrate birthdays, athletic achievements, really anything. He just wasn't there. And then we finally thought when he got back after those 2 years that he would be able to be back and like he could be there for seeing me graduate and some of those bigger high school accomplishments. And then he got deployed again. He got stationed over in Bahrain, in the Middle East, and he was there all through the rest of my high school life. Um, so it was weird growing up, and because of that, I didn't really have my dad around. So I was a pretty rebellious kid. I was a pretty troublemaker. I would do a lot of things, I think, just as attention seeking behaviors to try and get his attention, to try and just get anybody to sort of notice what I was doing. And I sort of held some animosity towards my dad for that for a while, some of which I think I still carry a little bit with me today. Just frustration that he wasn't there to be able to recognize my accomplishments or recognize my achievements. And for a long time, I really overthought a lot of things myself. Um, I struggled with not really thinking that I'm good enough because there's never really anyone there to recognize anything that I was doing. So I had a hard time recognizing the magnitude or the value of the accomplishments that I had. Um, but among all of that, I think the craziest thing for me, at least with my own particular situation, is you know, despite all of that, I still can't imagine life without my dad. And I'm so unbelievably thankful that he still calls me to this day and we're still able to celebrate things on the holidays. Even though we didn't really have any sort of meaningful connection or meaningful conversations about anything or even reached any sort of resolution on, how things played out for me in high school. Um, and to this day, I'm still thankful that he's around and we at least have the opportunity to settle those things, even if we aren't there yet. But um, yeah, I'm thankful to have him in my life, and that's that.